and that's why they were able to get to him and hit him as he tried to throw the football and force an incompletion.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. I respect both sides on that play, CD. For him to be able to hold on to that football and the impressive tackle, wow.
Did you notice the look between the two of them as they came off the ground? That look did say the word respect.
Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down.
Now that's a good bounce back after giving up a touchdown on the opening drive. Just 1 first down permitted and then out. Obviously no loss of confidence with that defense, and now they get to turn it back to their offense.
So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Chiefs are going to take over with a long field ahead and a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Wentz. And his throw here is incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. From the gun, it's Wentz. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
And this is what you want to see from a defense. Give up an opening drive touchdown, that's fine. But how about them going back out there, recommitting themselves to the task at hand, and forcing a 3 and out and giving the ball back to their offense.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Lions will have excellent field position here as they take over 1st and 10. Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive alive. On 1st down, McDermott. He's going to have the hook up to Ross. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. It's a gain of 10 for the Lions and a 1st down.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Ronald Jones, the ball carrier.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there. He will push his way down to about the 14.
Taken down.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
To throw on 3rd down, McDermott. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there, and now it's 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. You have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Makes the score Lions 10. Chiefs.
So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays that when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
On play action. Wentz. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Grant Delpit.
Wide the fuck open, bro.
Way back out to midfield.
Intercepted by the Lions.
No, they let this dude come pick it off. Like, bro, get the fuck out of here, bro.
10, right at the 50-yard line. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. This is the tight end fan.
Exactly,
and he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 10-7 our score after one right here on EA Sports. They'll run on first down. Gary fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. A gain of 3, second down. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
From the gun, McDermott. Open man is Ross, complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 12 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 12. And the Lions first down.
On first down, Jones. He's got.
Are you serious? My team is missing wide open tackles, bro.
He takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. A 23-yard run. And the Lions are able to grow their lead.
Well, partner, that was another explosive run. And one
thing
I've learned in our time in this game, yes, the offensive line has to get a lot of credit, but for big runs to occur, the wide receivers have to block well downfield.
And then you have to have a good guy carrying the ball too, right?
Oh, without a doubt. You need that difference maker lugging the rock.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. From the 6. Up to midfield. The 30. Look at him go inside the 30. He will take this all the way. I know a lot of special teams coaches, they just want to keep it away from him because that's what he can do.
And others have egos that their players can't keep up with. And they say, challenge him. Kick it to him. The way he runs as fast as he is, I wouldn't challenge him at all. I'd do everything possible to keep it away.
He is just a blur when he gets a full head of steam, and he got a full head of steam there.
Robbie Gould set to kick off.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. Here's Smith to return it. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Throwing on first down. McDermott got a man open. It's Ross. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line.
Complete to John Ross.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. The slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Carried by number 45.
Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. And they'll run on the inside handoff. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. And they have the first down with that gain of 4 yards.
A 4-yard pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. McDermott.
Why did he not drop that ball?
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. A gain of 4 last play. They double that here and get 8. Now this one complete on the slant route. And he'll be brought down at the 48-yard line.
Complete to number 14.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 48-yard line. Now a draw play. This is Jones.
Yo, come on.
It's a
He has
7-yard
to
carry
fucking
to
drop
set
the
them
ball
up with a
sometime.
2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 40.
Back to throw. McDermott firing quickly here, and that's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line.
14.
The offense on third down tonight, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. They're looking at third in the nose of the football. They'll try and run for it with Jones. And he's going to get this inside the 30. He'll get a dozen there, and the Lions have a first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
They'll run on first down. Gary. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down, and as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
To throw on 2nd down. McDermott. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the first. Now Jones. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. It's a good pickup of 7 yards, and now they're looking at 2nd and goal. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend.
Let's go.
It's coming, and down he goes. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
When you're this close to the goal line, you've got to expect pressure from the defense, so the ball's got to come out fast. Got to get out of his hands quicker.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Off play action. McDermott. The Kansas City defense tough to throw on there. And now it's 4th down.
They really had a good drive going there, but a nice recovery by the defense these past few downs. Able to knock that one away on 3rd down and bring up what I think for the offense, an unexpected 4th down here.
And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. So they get the field goal, but that was a 14-play drive to get 3.
You sound like you're going negative on me,
I was.
Sounds like you're thinking the 3 is just not that good.
People say that we're negative sometimes. So.
Well, here's the deal. Getting the 3 is good. Obviously, you would think on a 14-play drive you're going to get 6 out of it. But that type of a drive can pay dividends later on because you might wear the defense down.
Carson Wentz, along with his offense, heading back out there for their next possession. He's had a solid start to this game, but bottom line is they're losing, so he doesn't care about his stats. He just wants to right the ship on the scoreboard.
He wants to actually increase his stats because he feels like if he does, that means things will get better for his team, maybe get him back into the ball game or into the lead. In these situations, I remember playing with a quarterback once where he actually ran out onto the field first ahead of everyone else just to say, guys, let's go. Try and create that energy, create that spark.
Well, so far he has 1 touchdown, 1 interception. He'll be looking for that 2nd touchdown. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Jalen Reagor, 75 yards. And the Chiefs have tied it, and they can take the lead with the extra point. As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts. All right, because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21.
Their own 21-yard line.
Now this offense trotting back onto the field. Let's turn our attention here to Ronald Jones. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the 2nd quarter. What might they change? And the Chiefs are going to get him. The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From the gun, McDermott. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13. third down. Gary. And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. The Chiefs now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. Here's the Kansas City offense now as they get set to take over. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 at their own 42. And down he goes. They bring down Wentz on the sack. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. They fake the give. Now Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Armstrong. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. A gain of 28 yards there and give him the first down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Shotgun now for Wentz. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
1st and 10.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock, and he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. The white flag coming out as they line up to kneel on it. So all right, we will save the Week 1 highlights and apparently get right back to the action here in the 3rd.
Lions 20.
We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22.
Takeovers 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Here's Carson Wentz now with the rest of his offensive unit heading onto the field. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say you want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the 3rd quarter. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
How about a guy proving his worth in different ways? Had the big play in the run game the play before. This time, they go right back to him in the passing game, and he comes through with yet another big play. That's why you work out so hard in the offseason, so you can stay on the field and accumulate big plays.
2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. What a game it's been for this duo.
They remind me of a good comedy team. They know how to play off of each other so well. No matter how one riffs, the other's right there to pick them up, and they are shredding them in this ball game.
After reviewing the play,
And the challenge pays dividends. The ref overturns the play.
Everyone gets a bonus on this one, Brandon. The coach upstairs who signaled down and said challenge it, and the head coach for pulling the red flag.
Now wins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. 3 touchdown passes now for Carson Wentz. And the Chiefs are able to grow their lead. The touchdown all set up by the big play one snap before, but they finish it off here with a shorter completion, this time for the score.
I like how they stuck with what got them there, right? The big pass play, got the momentum going, right? You create it with a play like that, and you come right back with another pass play to finalize things off.
Here's Smith to return it. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
At their own 23-yard line.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Oh, my God.
And it's Ross, complete. Touchdown, Detroit. John Ross, 79 yards. And the Lions are a 2-point conversion away from tying this game. A nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
Fielded a couple yards into the end zone. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
And now here comes Kansas City. And their lead has evaporated in this third quarter. It's tied once more as they begin with a 1st and 10. Flag comes in. This might be a free play. This ball complete to Rager. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. So offside's the call, and they understandably decline it.
And this is why we're seeing more and more teams hiring that one coach to the staff that's in charge of all these things. This one's minor. It's pretty easy to figure out. But all the game management stuff, trying to help out the head coach in his decision-making process.
Throw left side complete. That's Armstrong. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 33 yards that time. Well, make that now 2 completions for him on this drive, and these aren't ordinary completions. They're big ones.
Yeah, these are the types that make a secondary talk to each other, and not in a good way. Oftentimes pointing fingers. Hey, who's got him? Someone cover him. That type of indecision can open up to even more big plays.
Here's Swift. And a nice pickup there as he'll take it from the 10 down to the 5-yard line.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
2nd and goal at the 5-yard line.
One more time with Swift. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3.
The ball carrier.
The way things have gone in this one, the running game's been something of an afterthought, and that's not been too bad for them, has it?
Yeah, the offensive returns have been good, but I guess we figured he in the ground game would be a bit more involved. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the chief linemen might have moved. Well, it was a third and somewhat manageable now, not so manageable.
Exactly, because you had a play call on that you felt like, hey, this could go quick, and it doesn't take much to get it done. Now, you got to start thinking about a little bit of a deeper route type of a call, especially if you want to throw it.
A throw right side, caught by Keene. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Carson Wentz with touchdown pass number 4 on the afternoon. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead. It's up and good, and they've jumped back ahead, 35-28. So the drive there, 5 plays, 80 yards. And it winds up with the Chiefs hitting pay dirt. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
And Detroit getting set to go now. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
On first and 10, McDermott looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. From the 25, here's 2nd and 6. Operating from the gun, McDermott to Jefferson on the slant. And they work this well upfield across the 45.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Again, it's Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. 12 yards there and a first down.
Something to watch here in week 1 of the season, tackling. Because you and I both know that in the preseason, a lot of these guys don't play a whole lot. Plus the intensity and the speed really ratchets up on opening week.
That's caught over the middle by Fant. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Noah Fant.
Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. It looks like a jumbo set with 3 tight ends here for first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that'll make it 2nd and goal. More muscle up front for this 2nd and 2. They've got 3 tight ends out there. They'll keep it on the ground. Gary, and he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. A great effort there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And he puts it through. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. From the 6. And able to get this out to the 25.
At their own 25-yard line.
KC's offense ready to take over. Well, they just gave up the score to tie it. That's the bad news. The good news, plenty of time in this 4th quarter to try to grab that lead back. They'll start on the ground.
How do you get...
And he stopped immediately there.
Swift, the ball carrier.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Dude, if you get beat...
They'll stay on the ground with Swift. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. Play action. Now Wentz. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Armstrong. And he'll be taken down all the way inside Detroit's 20. A big play on 3rd down for the Chiefs. 55 yards.
Well, partner, that's how you make a long drive suddenly not so long anymore. One big play, and they're already in field goal range with designs on getting more than that.
Into the red zone. Wentz. And that is caught for the touchdown, Kansas City. Jalen Reagor with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Chiefs have broken our tie as they take the lead.
And that 3rd counter there gives them the lead, and it's obvious they've needed everything that he's given them today. The 3 touchdowns, that's impressive, but without him, they're not winning this game.
Boy, tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard.
Detroit's offense ready to take over. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. On 1st down, McDermott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
Jefferson.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
5-yard line.
To throw again, McDermott. And he comes back with one complete. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. It's a 1st down on a gain of 10.
The Lions.
And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in his performance.
Complete to number 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. On 1st down, they look downfield, and it's complete.
God.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Detroit. John Ross, already his 2nd touchdown here this opening weekend. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up.
Yes, it was a touchdown, and not just a TD, but how about a long touchdown that puts them in a great position now.
And now just an extra point away from tying this thing. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. Fielded just outside the goal line. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Now the Chiefs offense, they get ready to head on the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And now a first chance for the backup here to throw. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
He'll fire it deep for Reagor.
And he's fucking inaccurate.
Picked up by the USC man, Adoree Jackson.
Jacob Eason in as quarterback.
That interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Look at that, bro.
That's complete right around the 8. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard.
4 yards to go on second down from the 7.
At the Chiefs' 7-yard line.
From the gun, McDermott.
And you just throw slant.
Touchdown, Detroit. A 7-yard touchdown grab.
How do you get beat on the slant if you're playing inside, bro?
Advantage as they cash in for 6. On those slants, everything happens so quickly. What makes it work?
The timing between the passer and the receiver. In this case, a slant route. Ordinarily, it's probably about 3 steps before you go on the slant. In this amount of time, I think it was a 2-step deal. Boom, put his foot in the ground and got inside for the pass.
Got inside for the pass, got inside for the catch and the score.
The Chiefs take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Carson Wentz in the offense. Down by 7. 2:14 to play. Plenty of time here. They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning as they've got it first and 10. Now a throw right side taken in here to start this drive. And all the way down to the 26. An outstanding pickup there for the Chiefs. 46 yards.
10 at the 26-yard line.
So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. Eason. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed him. Instead, second down. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw. His throw caught right around the 6. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They'll run with Swift. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. DeAndre Swift taking it in. And the Chiefs are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Well, the hard part's done. Now they just need to split the posts, tie it up, but then their defense is going to have to hold up to send it to overtime.
Yeah, no matter what. I know there's an inclination in it when you have momentum to go for 2 here, but if you miss it, you don't give your defense a chance at all.
Plus, it's been a good game. I want to see overtime. I'm selfish.
You obviously don't have a flight to catch.
Tomorrow. A tough one there. They certainly wanted that when they needed it, but they didn't absolutely have to get it. They still do have 3 timeouts.
You're exactly right. They had to attempt it. But even though they didn't get it, as you noted, with 3 timeouts, if they can get these stops on defense, all hope is not lost.
The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. 2nd and 11 at the 41. They'll go again to Jones. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as the clock will stop with 1:06 left to go in the game. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And they'll get him down at about the 37, well short of the 1st. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. And this score will stay right where it is. 49.
It looked good when it left his foot, but but he kind of sliced it a little bit, and he winds up missing it wide right.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time.
Yeah, man. 52 seconds left.
And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Looking for Rager again. This time he's got him. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
Close to field goal range now. Get up, get set, and spike it.
Oh my God, he throws out of a fucking sack.
Picked off at the 36, past the 20. And he will bring it back. An interception return for a Lions touchdown. And so much for the game-winning 2-minute drive. I think that interception return there pretty much seals the deal.
And one thing to keep in mind, in this situation with the score that close, defense isn't backing off and just giving you easy throws. They're playing aggressively as well and end up picking that one off and sealing the deal for themselves.
Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Takes it at the 7. Oh, a dangerous return man showing it here.
The Chiefs take over 1st and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
The KC offense out of the huddle, ready for their next drive. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense.
Come
of course,
on, dude.
Behind the defense and make it an easy throw.
I have to fucking score.
Nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short in the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball